Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network.
Tuning into the Hidden Gems Show. This is Sean, your host, and I have a very, very special guest today, Tarik. Tarik is the owner of Negast Footwear. How you doing today, Tarik?
All right, bro. Nice. Glad you came.
Yeah, man. It's a blessing, man.
Yes,
Definitely appreciate you taking your time out to kick it with us.
Yes, sir.
If you could, man, go ahead and break down real briefly what Negast Footwear is to you.
It's a cultural brand, that represent, edify our past, and keep alive our culture, which is going to keep alive our present, our identity. So I felt like bring to the marketplace something that's going to deal with us.
Okay.
And our unification. So hence the word Negast, which is ancient Amharic for kings footwear. And that deal with the tribe of Judah, His Imperial Majesty, all the way back to David and Goliath. So I said, okay, that's a good name, 3,000-year-old name, at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, so that's powerful in itself. We always talk about edification of the ancestors and things. So we deal with the royalty that's found in the Nile Basin.
Okay.
That dealt with king lineages all the way back, where they ran Egypt and Nubia and Ethiopia.
Okay.
So that's what that's about. Then, of course, the green, black, and red, or the red, black, and green Marcus Garvey colors and what Pan-Africanism represent to all of us, meaning that we're unified no matter if we Dominican Republicans, Jamaicans, Haitians, that we are African out in the diaspora. So, that ties us together. Show of, that's all that came to mind to show the Africans that's racist against us, that we got love for them, you know what I'm saying, as well. And then they, open up a means for us to do some business over there too. And, like they say, strive with pride.
Strive with pride.
So yeah, that's what that's about, family.
Okay, so before you was doing footwear, what made you kind of get into it? What made you, make that move towards?
I always was entrepreneur. Always been doing for myself.
Okay.
So the skills to find the sneakers was always there, but once the internet blew, because I had been in the music.
Okay.
99, had a deal with an independent deal, Papa Wu, Visions of the the 10th Chamber.
Okay.
The Wu-Tang Clan. We got that out, like distribution in America. And then, the issues with egos and stuff. And you said, I need to get a product that the people like, that's not going to talk back, that's going to work, going to be on the shelves working 24/7.
Okay.
So, and then when we first came with the idea, okay, we could do sneakers because we could distribute now. We don't need the good old boy network been shattered by the onset of the internet.
Okay.
So we realized it was a matter of timing too. So all of those things, like a perfect storm of events, pushed us in this direction. Yeah.
So was it more of a challenge to, I guess, get the plug? Like, like how we used to do in the streets, man, where, everyone would get the work but couldn't get the plug. Is it kind of the same way?
Yeah, definitely. It took me a lot of falling and money to actually finally find the plug. Mm-hmm. Some of them got my money, never heard from them before. Some of them got my money and that they was colorblind. Some of the material was not what we want for this American market and what I know our people going to insist of. We had to be able to compete with the Nikes and the Adidas.
Right.
So we know we had to get that. So it took a couple years, mistakes to find the plug. But once we got it, and they gave us a few good runs, and then we went over there, met with them, let them know that we're going to really be coming and stepping the game up and provide this opportunity to not just myself, but others that want to get into the shoe game.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We opening up that lane. So yeah, it definitely was a process.
Okay, now my personal favorite, I'm an 80s baby, man. I was born in 83, so, my personal favorites is the Nat Turners, Johns. But what made you kind of get those themes towards these sneakers? Like, go ahead and break down these for me.
Like that's the Marcus Garvey's Pan-Africanism, UNIA.
Okay.
Which keeping alive the great movement of that elder. Just because he passed away don't mean his movement should pass away.
Right.
So I felt like some of us had to have the strength and vision enough to pick up the rungs of such a great vision and start here, give back like we're doing something now, deal with the tenements of what he talked about with the UNIA.
Okay.
Where we dealt with business, that's why I started out with him. Same thing with the Nat Turner, edifying those in our past. They say you don't know where you're going unless you know where you come from.
Right,
and
right.
If we don't, so I felt like nobody who get in this position really edify anything that got us to this point to where we at today.
Okay.
Like a Fat Farm, a FUBU, all of those, it was good businesses, models, and great businessmen, but they never tied to our past.
Right.
That's what got us in position.
Right.
So I said, we need to bring some balancement to the community because we wearing Greek stuff, i.e. Adidas name is a Greek name, not Adidas, Nike is Greek.
Okay.
Then the Reebok dealing with Great Britain, with the flag. Then you got Adidas was held by two Nazi brothers, that white supremacy and all that. So they broke the name up. Adidas and Puma is come from them Germans. So I just felt like we need to being there. They say we the ninth. If we was a country, we'd be as the ninth biggest.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, and we not representing nothing from
Right.
our past. We done been robbed, took, and so into them that everything in our closet is something represent other than us.
They're them, yeah. You're right. Everything represents them.
Everything represents. So we are complete and totally enamored with our oppressors. You understand what our oppressors are? Everything that he like, we just love it. Or like we had the feeling of thank God, Massa brought us from Africa. So we done turned as a result. We Dallas Cowboys and Redskin Indians. Everything.
Right.
So I said, let's add for. It's not everybody out there. If we give somebody a choice, they'll be like, oh, before it's something you had to do because that's all your choices. You can't knock a person. But I said, okay, if we bring something, you ain't never seen no black power. Unity, that's subliminal. They hit us with subliminals all day.
Yeah.
Nagas sounds like nigga phonetically, but it's ancient Amharic, you know what I'm saying? That means something great. So I figured, hey, we put that on, people get knowledge about what this is all about. Look at the word Nagas, find the book Kepler Negast,
right,
which will help them to their freedom of mind and explain a lot of this stuff that's going on in the world, give you some kind of guidance as opposed to being dropped and raised on
some type of substance, man, some type of history. We've been detached from our roots. So, it's hard for our children to figure it out if we don't know it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I love the shoes personally, man, because, just seeing them on people's feet, and them not even knowing, but them seeing it gives them, like you said, it's a symbol.
They wake up something.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where'd you get them from? How'd you, get those like that? Is that, you know what I'm saying? So,
like, what? I ain't never seen that.
Right. So, have you been going to any events and promoting your events? And
me personally, no, but I have a few wholesalers. Like we extend the opportunity for others to add another stream of income into their, financial repertoire. So then now, by opening that opportunity, a lot of guys mentioned Rebel with a Cause out of New York. One of my #1 guys travel all over the country.
Okay.
Moving sneakers.
International.
But yeah, definitely. All over the country, and a lot of brothers work. A lot of like the Kwanzaa coming up, or they'll work the Black Power Wars that came.
Okay.
And they'll work like anything, the Malcolm X Festival. This will be all over the country. We have guys in Ohio, Florida, New York, Jersey, California. We got love from some Muslim family that buy a lot of the shoes. We hit little pockets where it's community of cats say they want them. And large, yeah.
Where do you see it in the next 5 years?
I see us mainstream brand. See us with a few celebrities endorsing us and doing celebrity shoes. Also offering the same opportunity that LeVar Ball offered to his son. We want to offer that same opportunity to other athletes out there that don't have a LeVar for a father.
Okay.
But they have the star power and they have the freedom, the mindset that they ain't got to go up under master to
Right.
get 20 million when master making 400 million.
Yeah,
Now they
very
can
true.
make, 350 million. Let us take 50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at least, we don't want all the cheesecake. We just want to be able to help y'all get where you want to go, because we know that we can do so much more for ourselves as a community. That's our vision, cooperative economics, Ujima, where we deal with one another. You buy from us.
Right.
We give back into the community right then and there. You ain't got to ask us because we from the community.
Okay.
So that's the culture we want to set up. So in 5 years, just building on the cultural stuff that we put out, and also bringing opportunity to others that either want to be in the shoe business, or athletes and entertainers that want to take advantage of their vast social media networks.
Right.
And make a nice living. You don't have to go Nike no more.
Now, how important is this for the next generation? Do you feel like this has to be passed down, or do you feel like just the education of it is good enough?
I think both of them. I think it needs to be passed down, and others are inspired, and let people know that if he could do this, instead of getting from Frank Lucas went and glorifying American Gangster, we did the same thing but with a shoe.
Right.
You understand? Be inspired that I didn't go to Harvard, I didn't go to Yale, I don't hold a college degree, I don't hold a high school diploma, but yet still I'm self-educated,
Yeah.
self-disciplined, sat in the house and read the books that it took to get here. So if I could do it, they could do it. First thing I would say, get a guide on import and export. So you'll understand international, how you get into ports, in and out of ports. You know what I mean? So that's a Jew, that one who want to sit down and read and learn, to learn the lingo of import and export. Then learn how to source, you know what I'm saying? How to find manufacturers. Then once you find a manufacturer, how to deal with that culture. You're gonna need a book on that. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, certain things, you might turn somebody off. Yo, what's happening, man? You may not show respect. In China, they end the respect. I learned this right here, that's respect. But when you read a book on that, you have to cover every aspect,
Of
all bases. I can't say, if I give you this to connect, then you still don't know everything else around that, you still gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
You're going to, because they already got a set stereotype of black people,
Right.
And if you come in there acting anything other than acting like what they think you're gonna act like, they don't want to deal with you. So all of these things, we just have, so that's the thing I want to say to people. You inspire people is to be, hey man, we can do what we want to do. The global economy is here. There's none of the things 20 years ago that stopped us. From that's like the music industry.
Right.
It's the same thing now. You just gotta free your mind that you could do anything you want today.
If you can, let me know why Reggie Lewis was such an important person in your path.
How you know that?
Man, I'm doing a little research.
Okay, yeah. Reginald
Go ahead and tell me
Lewis,
about him real quick, man.
I love Reginald Lewis, first of all, because he came out from Baltimore, Maryland, broke person, didn't have nothing, family didn't have much, but he loved educating. So he educated himself, went to some of the top schools, graduated from them, worked, tried to find his way, but he is very historical for black people, where he was the first black billionaire, traded on the stock exchange.
Okay.
And his people wrote a book called Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun?
Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun?
Yeah, that was a book I read from him, and I loved it, you know what I mean? And I just want to follow his footsteps, entwined with Marcus Garvey, where we have the people invest. Where now when you buy the shoe, now you also getting money. So if we need to get a camp for the kids in the summertime, you buy the shoes and you done help. So when it's time to vote, we got this 10 million, what we gonna do? Y'all want dividends, or we gonna buy some schools together, something for the children? Let's make a, so I like what he did in one aspect, and that's why I like these. When we do his shoe, we gonna do probably a hard shoe, a business shoe.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
For something, yeah.
So as far as the designs, you're talking about different designs. What are the next steps in getting the different designs? Are you going to have any unique original ones that you're planning on creating? Is there any type of team that you are working with or anything?
That's what we're currently doing, taking designs from people. Now, a few people came with some designs that took online real good. Just bringing in more creative people that's up to date, more young people to do designs and, make their way. Like, what else we got going on? This I put out a call for designers even on
Okay.
our social media, so we just waiting. Few old heads coming, but they got good ideas. Like I got some wallaby ideas to put some gator print on the old school wallabies.
Right, right, right.
You know, we gonna remix. There's one thing, bro. If you look into the market, you see that's everything that's out there is it's just like a few designs that's just.
That's mixed in, blended in together.
It's like a remix. It's
Yeah.
like hip hop.
Yeah, exactly, man.
We sticking with the script, man.
Yeah.
It's hip hop.
Yeah.
We just remixed the 90, man. You know, it's still the Diana Ross. I'm coming out, but it got Diddy. Who's hot? Who's not? Who come out? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just updating it, man. I'm not gonna say we coming with. It's gonna be so hidden though, because one guy he took this shoe, took this off, took the Puma, he took this front part off.
Okay.
He took the Puma sign that come this way down, turned it upside down and pushed it that way.
Okay.
Then he put the Gucci stripe here and the Gucci stripe down there, and nobody knew it was this same shoe. He hid it.
And he kept the bubble too.
Yeah.
Okay,
He might have solid I think he solided the bubble.
Okay.
So it looked like a hard shoe / sneaker.
Yeah.
So
That's
everybody
slick.
went crazy.
Yeah.
So it's just how good, like how PE, they can take a sample and, you know, make that sample, cover that sample so good, you
wouldn't even know what the sample is.
So we just take it from our
fire.
culture, hip
That's
hop.
fire.
I'm a hip hop head.
Yeah.
And I'm saying ain't no need to reinvent nothing. Ecclesiastes say nothing new under the sun.
Right.
So hey, we gonna take it and just put our flavor on it.
I like that, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up.
But now, one thing before I finish, for any new designers out there that got ideas that's better, we welcome y'all input. Negast Footwear at gmail.com. NAGASTFOOTWEAR at Gmail. You can rewind this and hit it if you're really serious about some great designs. And we put it out there on our market, man, on social media. If the people take to it, you know, a star is born.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's what's up. I like that.
Yes, sir.
So what is like the most important, or what is your favorite quote, Bible scripture or proverb that you've been following for a lifetime, man, and that you will pass down?
My favorite quote, if you believe it, perceive it, you can achieve it.
Yeah, that's a classic one right there.
If you can believe it, you know what I'm saying, and perceive it, you can achieve it.
That's
Because
what's
we
up.
live in proof. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
And what would you tell an entrepreneur that's kind of struggling to find his path, struggling to find his way, not believing that they can actually do it? What advice, what kind of would you push them towards, and what would you tell them?
Stay on their craft, always learning as much as you can, and always learning, you know, marketing, promotion, and never giving up. If you have a product that don't work in one time, don't let that wipe you out. Even if it take you a year to save back up, if you got to go back on the plantation, save your money again, do that.
Okay.
But stay on getting off that plantation. You know what I mean? If you got to get on, always keep your mind on getting off. Don't never give up, no matter what. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
That's
Don't
right.
give up.
Just don't give up.
That's what's up. And you already put out the email, but go ahead and do that again and let everybody know what your tags, how they reach you and follow you.
Okay, our social media is Facebook, /Negast Footwear, NAGAST Footwear, FOOTWEAR. Our IG is Negast.Footwear. Our Twitter is Negast Footwear. The website is sneakerscustom.com. That's SNEAKERSCUSTOM.com. That's pretty much all of our
The
contacts.
juice of
Yes,
it.
sir.
Okay. And again, I just want to appreciate you, man. I
Yes, sir.
enjoyed this interview, man, 100%,
Yes, sir.
man.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
get an opportunity, make sure y'all go check out the websites, check out everything, and pick up a couple of these kicks, for real, for real.
Yes,
And I'll
sir.
see y'all next time.
Appreciate you.